Greetings, Progressbarians. A new update for Progressbar95 came out pretty recently on Steam and Android on April 10th and 11th respectively. As of editing this, it hasn't released on the App Store, and neither has the 1.09 update. It's currently at version 1.08, but that's what usually happens with iOS updates for Progressbar95. Updates for the game and iOS take a lot of time because they have technical issues. The macOS version didn't get it either, but that one has been stuck at the 1.04 update for a year and a half, so who knows if we're getting that one anytime soon. But in this vid, I'll be covering the 1.095 update. Technically, it's the 1.10 update, but the version number in-game is different, and that's only because, according to Whitecoin, in the subreddit post, it contains the number 95 in it, and it looks beautiful. You know, 95, press 95, you know, you get it. Then after that, we'll go back to 1.11, 1.12, 1.13, etc., etc. Anyways, this update is a really big one. If you go take a look at the recent events and announcements section on the Steam page, there's a change log that mentions all the features and changes in here. This update provides a new system lineup, that being Progressbar PE, with compact computers powered by these systems, 2 exclusive game modes of the lineup, Compact and PBXS, redesigned welcome screens, 2 new collectible wallpapers, a small redesign for the in-game store, but that only exists on mobile, more websites on the ProgressNet, and bug fixing and tuning. I will say that in this video, I am playing a hotfix version that has the same version number as the full release. The only difference is that before the hotfix, any collectible wallpaper didn't load when you selected one, but now that's been fixed on the recent version. But yeah, that's all there is. Now moving on to showcasing the update. Alright, here we are in the gameplay. Here we are in the game, Progressbar95, like, you know, in the title. Yeah, again, a lot of stuff, a lot of features, a lot of changes, lots of stuff. This video is probably going to be long. But I'm going to be starting off with the main thing of the update, and that's Progressbar PE. As you can see in the boot menu here, it's called the Compact PC. And if you're wondering what are the requirements of getting a Progressbar PE system, for the first version specifically, obviously, well, the game says that the game requires you to unlock Progressbar 2000 first, if you even have that. So it's before you get the 8-bit computers requirements. You need Progressbar XP to get the TPB-80 computer. So, hi, what I said about the Compact PC requirements, the game lied. You actually need Progressbar 98 for it, as you can see here in the footage. I tried it on a different save file, and yeah, look at that. That's it. Back to the video. Yeah, look at this boot menu here, by the way. Also, the Progress server computer used to be on the left here, where the Compact PC was originally, but now the Compact PC took that place. The mods is in the middle now. That is, if you have any sort of mods downloaded on the mods folder in the game's files. So now let's take a look at the boot menu here. You're supposed to get an achievement when you open this, by the way, but I already got an achievement before recording this. But yeah, here's the boot menu. We only got 5 systems in here, which are, obviously the first one is Progressbar PE. There's no version number, it's just called Progressbar PE instead of Progressbar PE 1.0. But for the sake of this video, I will call it, for the first version of the lineup, I will call it Progressbar PE 1.0, and for the entire lineup for Compact PC, I will call it just Progressbar PE, or I guess Compact PC as well, maybe, just so no one gets confused. You can also select the system in the arrow keys, but you know, the other 4 are locked, obviously, because you haven't gotten those ones yet. But yeah, here we have the other systems. Here we have Progressbar PE 2.0, Progressbar 3.0, Progressbar PE Compact 7.0, and Progressbar PE Compact 10, which I will get into those later. But for now, we're going into Progressbar PE. So yeah, here we go. And here it is. This is the start of, this is when you open the Progressbar PE computer. And you have a box in here that you have to open, which is the PB500X Compact PC from PB over here, which is based on HP or Hewlett Packard, or however it's pronounced. So yeah, if you open this, there we go. We got a bunch of stuff in here. We got bubble wrap. We got the power brick over here. Also, by the way, the cursor is like a stylus, which is very cool. Then we got a bunch of cables over here. We got a useless driver. Then we got the menu of the PB500X, which tells you to remove the protective film and power on device. We got visual examples over here, and a menu goes over there, and you take this protective film off, and then you power on the device. And here we are, Progressbar PE 1.0. So yeah, also there's a pencil here. for whatever reason. I don't know what that's for. Oh, it's for the cursor. Oh, got it. Okay. Also, you notice there's like a little like effect going on when you move around stuff. But anyways, here's the welcome screen, and it says, "Welcome, Progressbar PE Portable Edition." That's what the PE stands for, according to the game. It's a family of systems designed for mobile and compact computer devices. Progressbar PE uses a compact progress bar consisting of 10 segments. This makes each game session much faster. Please note, each Progressbar PE device is battery powered. Once the battery is discharged, it must be fully charged. And that's it. That's the whole welcome screen. So here's the French install of the first version of Progressbar PE 1.0. We got the begin menu and the taskbar, everything. We got a bunch of stuff on the desktop here. We got my menu, achievements, calendar, mailbox, and bin. And most of them, except for calendar, have this little icon next to them. And when you click on it, like for example the bin, this device is out of sync. You need to synchronize it with your Progressbar computer. And along with my menu here, here we have it. By the way, it's completely different compared to Progressbar and Bar OS, where the hardware and systems sections are up at the bottom of the window. And we got two devices over here, which we will get into later. Then we have the achievements, which devices that are saying you need to synchronize with Progressbar computer, also same thing, and the calendar, also same thing. So yeah, here we have a bunch of other stuff here. We got the help. Yeah, you see this little effect going on. Oh yeah, there's the Progressbar95 startup sound. That's new. I never heard that before. And by that I mean the development builds of the 1.10 update on Android. But yeah, here's the boot screen over here, and yeah, there's the startup sound again. Yeah, you can either choose the stylus or the pencil, which if you zoom in very closely, you can see that there's text saying that it was probably made by PDRD. Yeah, PDRD makes pencils now. PDRD is making everything at this point. But also, here we have the computer shop, which is an important thing about Progressbar PE systems and devices. By the way, here we have the PB500X over here, which is based on the HP 300LX handheld PC, released around the same time Windows CE 1.0 release, which is also what this system is based off of, Windows CE 1.0. That's why it has this like green monochrome look to it. But yeah, here we have the computer shop, PE 1.0 edition 1997, which I think is based on like an actual computer shop magazine. I put like a screenshot up here. If better than me can do that over here. But yeah, here's the computer shop, and if you click on it, boom! Look at this. There's a bunch of stuff you can purchase for progress data over here. Progress data is one of the main currencies of the game. The other one is product keys, but that's only on the mobile version of the game. But yeah, there are 5 things you can purchase in here. Right now, here we have 2 cases over here for the device. We have a 6 megabyte PC card over here, and a modem card for 14,800 gigabytes of progress data. By the way, the price of these depends on the amount of RAM you have, because that's how progress data works. Because every time you upgrade your RAM, the progress data storage becomes bigger and bigger as your RAM gets upgraded every time. We also have this device over here, which is called the BEC Gears for 23,680 gigabytes of progress data. And by the way, I forgot to mention this. Here we have the hardware specs of the PB500X, which, as it says in here, it has a CRX CH2 44 MHz CPU, 2 megabytes of RAM, 4 megabyte ROM, and no modem at all. So yeah, that's that. And the BEC gears, or the BEC gears, because the last 2 letters are not uppercase. But yeah, we'll get into these later. I said that like at least like 5 times already in this video. And by the way, another thing that these Progressbar PE systems have is the battery mechanic under here. And here right now it's at 44%. So yeah, the battery slowly drains when you keep using the device. And after some time, the battery dies. And after the battery dies, you have to wait until it fully recharges. So while it's recharging, you cannot do anything. You just have to wait for it to just charge. So right now it's at 40% now. Yeah, it's draining somewhat quickly. But yeah, you can also connect to the progress net over here. Oh yeah, there's no modem, right? You need a modem for that. There's also the two unique game modes over here. One of them is the compact game mode, and the other is the PBXS game mode, or the Progressbar XS game mode, which I will get into later. I'm sorry. Yeah, let's play a compact game mode here. So yeah, when you first play a game mode, I have to hurry up because the battery's gonna die. After you fresh install a new device or system, you get this window saying syncing. To fully unlock the potential of your device, you need to sync it with your Progressbar computer. You can say no if you want to, but you know, for the sake, I'm gonna say yes. And also, yeah, here it is. Connect devices using the sync cable. That was the sync cable right there. And it's connected, and you click the connect button, and here we are. This is the syncing mini game. That's what it is. My god, this effect is gonna make me vomit. I have to turn this off. Also, by the way, this has been redesigned. The settings menu has been redesigned for a lot of systems in the game. The arrangement is different. Like, for example, the display setting was somewhere on the right, but now it's on here. So now it looks like this now. It's been slightly arranged. But yeah, here's the display button. This is what it looks like on Progressbar PE systems. So you have the screen contrast, so you can do this. Very cool. You can just do it like that. Also went back just like that because battery's running out. And you have the LCD motion blur, which you can turn off, thankfully. Then we have the backlight, which you can do that. It has this little green light over here at the backlight. And yeah, that's it. That's all the display thing has. You can switch to the pencil, I guess. But yeah, that's it for that. I just wanted to turn off the emotion blur. I didn't like it. This is a mini game, so the point of this mini game is, you know, to synchronize your data. I guess your data from your Progressbar computer to your compact PC or handheld PC, whatever. Yeah, your goal here is to only collect blue segments over here. If you collect the orange segment, it's not gonna sync the things that are at the top here. So as you can see here at the top, there's a little list of things you need to synchronize. You got the system, you got the mail, achievements, calendar, and the bin. And when you collect the blue segment, you get a little animation here. Look at that. You can barely see it because battery's draining really quickly. It's 11%. Oh dear God. There we go. That's the whole mini game. It's pretty quick. But yeah, and also the Progressbar is very tiny. Yeah, low battery, 10%. The Progressbar is very tiny compared to Progressbar and Bar OS and all that, where this time you only need to collect 10 segments rather than 20, which makes it faster to complete a level. Just like so. And look at that. Boom. Complete in like, what? Like 10 seconds or something? This is the post-game progress window thingy. And also you can't see it. You can barely see it, but you need to get the pro badge on these PE systems, you have to get to level 10 for these. And also here's this. You need to get, I don't know how many points you need to get the next system, Progressbar PE 2.0, but yeah, here it is. It's the upgrade progress. But yeah, that's that. I don't know what level you need to get Progressbar XS, but I'm assuming you need to get the pro badge for it. Now a lot of things are synced now. It's becoming pretty difficult to see what's going on in the desktop here because the battery's draining. Zoom in. Oh my god, it's 0%. Oh, the battery is empty. Wait until it's fully charged. Push the power switch to exit. And that's it. That's all you have to do. You have to wait for it to recharge. Nothing else you can do. There's the startup sound again. Yeah, now I have to wait for it to charge. In the meantime, we'll talk about some other stuff going on other systems that aren't Progressbar PE. So first of all, you can now see the labels, what labels you have on Progressbar server systems. Before this update, you couldn't see, all you could see was the system name and that's it. But now, that's been changed, so that's very cool. I only have the dev badge on this system, because why not? And another difference in here, if you go to the Pirates 1 computer here, the desk color is different. Now it's gray, instead of being like a wooden color, you know, like brown. Now it's gray to, I guess, to fit with the appearance of the Pirates 1 computer, because the Pirates 1 computer is the only 8-bit computer that's monochrome. As you can see here. Let me show you a sample. Yeah, there we go. I don't need to do all this. But yeah, those are examples. Is it charged already? No, it's not. It's at 81%. 81? Progressbar 81! Oh! But yeah, in the meantime, I'll wait until it fully charges, which is just fully charged right now. So we're going back to it. Yeah, I didn't expect there to be startup sounds for these. I expected to be using the Progressbar95 startup sound. I thought it'd be like a different. I thought it would use a different one, like similar with Windows CE systems. Now you can see more clearly now. Thank God. But yeah, that's the first version of Progressbar PE over here. Not enough memory. Okay, never mind. So now we're going back to the computer shop over here, and we're gonna purchase some of stuff. You can purchase a bunch of leather cases over here. You can purchase this one if you wanted to. You get a leather case, just like that. You also have this to take off and take on the case, which is nice. I don't think the cases like do any difference for the gameplay. So, and also here are the PC card and the modem cards, which I will get. Yeah, the PC card is 6 megabytes. You have a box from PBay over here. PC card ROM expansion. You open it, boom. There's the memory card. And I'm pretty sure, yeah, it goes in on a device just like that. And if you go into my menu, boom, look at that. Plus 6 megabyte card for the ROM here. So, yeah, very nice. And time to get the modem over here. And here the PC card modem 56 from PBay. Here it is. Fast Progress Net. And put it right in there. And boom. Now you have a modem now, which you can access. You can now access the mailbox now. Just like that.
You've got mail.
But anyways, here we are now. Also, by the way, there's a Progressbar PE achievement somewhere here. Yeah, it's at the bottom, at the very bottom. Progressbar PE. Unlock Progressbar PE. That's the achievement. Now we're moving on to the BEC Gears device, which has different hardware specs over here, like it says here. It has 4 megabytes of RAM, a 6 megabyte ROM, and it includes a built-in modem. So, you know what? We're gonna be getting it. That is if I have enough progress data, that is. Which I do. So, there's the startup sound again. And here's the BEC Gears box. Let's unbox it. Also, the unboxing here is very similar to how Epic Computers do it. Yeah, it's very, very cool. Here's this driver, here's the manual, which is the same thing. And you take this off, and then here we are. Welcome to a new system. Thank you. Also, as you can see here, the icons, the sync icons are back again. So, yeah, you have to synchronize all of this again each time you get a new device or a new system or stuff like that. PBX has not enough memory. Also, there's a charger here at the bottom with little flickering lights, which is nice. Also, if you go to the boot menu here, you can switch between different devices, just like that. You can just do it easily here. So, yeah. There's also different icons to differentiate them. Yeah, very cool. There it is. There's the computer shop. I think the stylus is different. I just switch to pencil if I wanted to, though. I don't think that's good. Why would you use a pencil for a handheld PC? That's not a good idea. But yeah, there it is. You cannot purchase the modem because it's already in the device, so you can only get the PC card over here. There's a PC card ROM expansion. Same thing. Put it in this device, and then boom. Now you should be able to get the preview. Yeah, there we go. But yeah, we're gonna be taking a look at the Progressbar XS game mode over here. And okay, never mind. I guess not. It won't let me. I have to resync this all over again. You already saw the gameplay. So also, by the way, there's this estimated time lapse, which when you don't have any segments in the Progressbar, yeah, it starts, doing that, just doing a bunch of. It just starts doing that random stuff. That is very easy to do, considering that the Progressbar is very small. Also, yeah, you can see the animation clearly now, like I said earlier. Anyways, Progressbar XS, here it is. It's called Progressbar XL in the title bar here. If you didn't know, this is basically Progressbar XL, but it's shorter. Hence the name Progressbar XS, because XS means extra small, while XL means extra large. That's why it's called that, and not like XL or anything like that. Oh shit. Also, it's the blue screen of death, which is in really blue. It's black. But yeah, it's the same gameplay as Progressbar XL, but again, the window is shorter. I try only get the blue segments in here. Also, considering that the window is shorter, that means I can complete levels easier. I think this is much better compared to the actual Progressbar XL one that you see in Progressbar systems. and then do this. And just like that, it's done. It took a little bit longer, but hey, it's there. I already did it. So, also I just press the next button by just pressing the right key. By the way, an interesting thing that Progressbar XS has is that it gives you a lot more points compared to the compact game mode, which is interesting. Yeah, see? Just like that. You get like 4,000 points easily over here. Meanwhile, on the compact game mode, let me try to complete a level over here. You can just skip all this. Yeah, look at that. It doesn't give you a lot of points. I think it gave me like 1,000 or 100 or something like that. But yeah, Progressbar XS gives you more points in the compact game mode, which is very interesting. There's also the what the hell? Okay, well that's a bug. The paper's going inside the device, which is funny. Hold on, let me try restarting. Should be fixed now. There we go. Yeah, you can also buy these. You can buy these cases if you want to, but they don't. I don't think they make like a difference in gameplay. And by the way, the hardware specs. I already mentioned that they were different. The hardware specs here, is different. Here we have the CRX CH2 66 MHz CPU, 4 megabytes of RAM, a 6 megabyte ROM by default, but I installed the PC card over here, and a built-in 56K modem. So, and by the way, the difference between BEC and PEB devices is that levels do not synchronize between PB and BEC devices. So, like for example, let's say you have the Pro badge on the Progressbar PE 1.0, but on the PB500X, but that Pro badge doesn't carry on the BEC device. Like you already saw in here, I had to resync all of these again. So, yeah. But yeah, that's it for the first version. And also, the device is called the BEC Gears device. Like it says up top here, it's just Gears. This device is based on the NEC Mobile Pro 780, which looks the most closest to this. Though it doesn't have a keyboard in here because, why would there be? Also, need to note that devices in here look more like pocket PCs rather than, handheld PCs in here. So there's no like widescreen. You have this like phone resolution, I guess. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the first version of Progressbar PE 1.0. You can also switch between devices from here, just like that. I'm gonna have to grind on this specific game mode just to get all the Progressbar PE systems. And by the way, a trick that I did, if you didn't see one of my previous development build videos of the 1.10 update, I have the master badge on both Progressbar PE 1.0 and 2.0 because I can. But yeah, they gave me a shit ton of points, which was really cool to see. But I don't have that here. I don't have that on the PC version because I just got these systems. Why would I? Yeah, I'm gonna have to grind a lot on the system. We're gonna have to pause all this. So, oh god. Also, by the way, I didn't mention that there's buttons at the bottom here, which are these two are the brightness buttons over here. As you already can tell by the icons. Excuse me. And this is the backlight. So you guys doing it here. This is for easier access rather than just going to the settings and doing that. So yeah, very nice. I got a yellow segment. That doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. Nah, whatever. I'll get a yellow segment. Ah, god damn it. Also, there's no CHK progress in here, so yeah, it's like a similar thing that Progressbar Chi-Town and BOS does. Progressbar Chi-Town makes sense because it's based on one of the first versions of the game. So, but yeah, I'm gonna cut all this out, or at least just like I could also grind a lot of points on ProgressNet. I could do that as well. Is there like there it is. But yeah, I could just grind a lot of points on the ProgressNet over there. That would be a lot easier, but like that would take up so much time. So I don't know if I should do that. Oh, there we go. I got it. Just like that. Okay, well, that was easy. But yeah, here it is. Here's the Progressbar PE 2.0 system with the PB650 Colora. Let's install it, baby! And here we have it. There's Progressbar PE 2.0 with 12% of battery left in the PB500X device. But yeah, I didn't expect it to be that fast. I mean, I expected it to be done quickly, but not that fast, okay? But yeah, here it is. Progressbar PE 2.0. Let's unbox this thing. Here's the PB650 Colora. We opened that, and it's the same unboxing like we saw 2 times ago. take this off, and then power on the device. And here we are, Progressbar PE 2.0. Welcome to a new system. There's the box over there. New features, color, and Progressbar XS. That's not a new feature. It was already there in the last version. What do you mean it's a new feature? Maybe it's a new feature. Oh, never mind. It meant that the Progressbar XS game mode is unlocked by default, like because the hardware is better than the PB Finder X. But yeah, this is the PB650 Colora. You have the hardware specs, which has the CRX CH3 133 MHz CPU, 60 megabytes of RAM, a 60 megabyte ROM, and a 56 kilobit built-in modem. And also you have the BEC Gears 2. Also, the computer shop does not show up when you install a new system. Also, there's the Progressbar98 startup and shutdown sounds over there. Oh, there's the boot screen, which has a very squished Progressbar98 background. Look at that. You can see the blue outline at the bottom. It's also like that in the game's files. But yeah, here it is. Here's the computer shop, Progressbar PE 2.0. Here you have it. It's called PE 2.0 Edition, 1998. The previous one was in 1997, which I'm guessing that's when these systems were released on, according to the game, I guess. Yeah, here it is. You have the BEC Gears 2 device, and you have 3 cases rather than 2. We have a carbon case in here, which you can just get just like that. There's the carbon case, which looks pretty identical to the black leather case. These two is slightly different. Oh, let me purchase these two. It's see the difference. If you switching these. Yeah, it also makes that sound. Yeah, it sounds very it's very annoying if you spam the sound. But yeah, if you look closely, the only difference is that it has stripes in them on the carbon case. Meanwhile, the black leather case doesn't. So yeah, that's like the only difference. They both look pretty identical. I don't know why I shut down the device. Again, like I said, you need to synchronize all these again. But anyways, there's color. There's color now. Hooray! Also, you cannot view how much progress data you have in here. Like clicking on the any of the hardware does nothing. Clicking on the RAM does nothing. You have to check a Progressbar system to see your progress data. That's the only place you can see your progress data amount. Also, by the way, there's only one wallpaper in here. Also, there's this little new thing. As the description said, there's 2 new collective wallpapers. We'll get into that later. I don't know if the backlight drains the battery a bit faster. I'm not sure, but I'm keeping it because it looks cool. But yeah, here it is. Here's in color now. Syncing to fully online potential device. You already read this. And there we go. Now it's in color. The interface is a lot more similar to Progressbar98, obviously, with the icons having gradients. And there we go. That's the minigame done, just like that. And this is what Progressbar XS looks like in color, which is the same as Progressbar XL. Also, you can differentiate the red segments in here, which are the number 13s. Ow, God. I got jump scared by that. But yeah, you can switch between the stylus and pencil for some reason. I don't know why you would want to do that though. Like I don't know what the difference is between these two. And also in here, you need to reach level 10 to get the pro badge as well. Look at that, 1,500 points. And there it is. There's Progressbar.pet 3.0. There's the device over there, which I will get eventually. Don't you worry. By the way, on the development builds of the 1.10 update on Android devices, like the alpha, beta, release candidate, all that, the Progressbar outlines over here used to be like more thicker. That's like the same width as like the Progressbar systems, which is interesting. But yeah, Progressbar XS is really good for if you want to get a lot of points. And I guess the compact game mode is easier for if you want to grind levels. But yeah, I'm gonna keep using Progressbar XS for points because I would want to see all the systems. By the way, I need to talk about the battery. The battery duration is different depending on the device. So, for example, on Progressbar PE 1.0, the battery lasts around like 6 minutes and 30 seconds or something like that. And meanwhile, in Progressbar PE 2.0, it lasts around 10 minutes. I'll get into the other 3 later. But in the meantime, before I unlock Progressbar.pet 3.0, You also notice that there were welcome screens for Progressbar P 1.0 and 2.0 over here. Progressbar 95 Plus and Progressbar Chi-Town also had those. But in the 1.10 update, now a lot of Progressbar systems have it. Only specifically the ones that are lockable with hardware upgrades. So, for example, we're going to Progressbar 95 Plus. And here it is. Here's the redesigned version of the welcome screen. This is what it looked like before. There's a screenshot of it in here. So yeah, you have different like sections in here. Welcome to a new system. New features. Mailbox. You know, over there. The progress sweeper. Oh, okay. Well, I just meant to close the thing. But no worries, because I can just do it through Progressbar. If I go to the Progressbar folder over here, you see a welcome folder and CD welcome. And you open that, there's a welcome exe file. And do that, boom! You can just do that easily. So thank God. But anyways, new features. Progress Sweeper, that's also true. Progress Defender, Firewall, and Themes. So yeah, that's the redesigned one. Thank God I can do that. Useful for the wiki. Thank you, Ikoai. But yeah, that's the redesigned Progressbar 95 Plus one. Progressbar Chi-Town also has one as well, but it's different because all it does is it tells you, that Progressbar Chi-Town is based on a really, really old version of Progressbar 95, the game. Progressbar Chi-Town is a spiritual predecessor of Progressbar 95. It's early edition. The system recreates gameplay features of the very first version of Progressbar 95, version 0.21. So yeah, it technically counts as a welcome screen though. Hello, Dead Pixel. Nice to meet you. If you go to, like, for example, Progressbar 4.0 server over here, you don't get a welcome screen over here. You just don't get one. You can still open it through Progressbar as well in here, just like so. But yeah, all it does is says "Welcome to a new system," and that's it. Now moving on to Progressbar 98, and here it is. Welcome to a new system. Progressbar 98 hyper casual UI game. New features: hardcore. The process utility, collect control on delete keys to unlock the processes utility, and the idle network. And that's it. All these features are indeed here. Processes, collect control, delete keys to unlock process utility. Also, Clippy has his own like sound now whenever he talks. That's been added like a couple updates ago, back in the 1.06 update, I believe. There's the idle network. Oh my God, all the servers are dead. I'll fix it later. Don't you worry about it. Now moving on to Progressbar meme. Welcome to a new system. You got new features: Progress Tricks and Progress Ball, and that's about it. There's also the new UI that doesn't look gray anymore. It looks like a beige color, like this. And here's Progressbar 2000. Oh, I'm on the login screen. There we go. Welcome to a new system. New features: login screen, like you already just saw like a few seconds ago, and Firewall Plus. I have to wait for it because that's both of them have a cooldown. So, to Progressbar XB. Welcome to Progressbar XP, or welcome to a new system. I mean, new features: interface. I mean, I guess, yeah, sure, but you could say that's more of a change. You got the user screen, where you don't need a password to log in, instead of just click on it, and the worm pop-ups. Also, this little like right arrow here. Just do that as well. You can just also click anywhere in this window. Doesn't really matter. But yeah, there's the worms, which I don't like. I hate pop-ups. They annoy me, but that's the entire point of the pop-ups. They're supposed to annoy you. That's the entire point of the pop-ups in this game. But anyways, moving on to Progressbar Vista. Welcome to a new system. New features: interface, again. New features: themes and slow time utility right here. There's also the sidebar in here. Which could have also mentioned, which also includes the media player widget, the CPU widget, and the wallpaper slideshow. All those. And here's Progressbar 7 with the very loud startup sound. Welcome to a new system. New features: interface and themes, and that's it. It also removes the sidebar and the CPU temperature widget and the wallpaper slideshow. And I guess the media player widget too, but that's been replaced with an icon on the desktop. And here's Progressbar 81. Welcome to a new system. New features: interface and themes. Again, you also mentioned the full screen begin menu, but I guess that also applies to interface and also themes. I think there's the block pop-ups in here. Actually, no. I think the block pop-ups are in Progressbar 10. Welcome to a new system. New features, interface. That's it. That's all there is. Nothing else. Welcome to a new system. New features, interface, and the beige browser. Which, I have the Progressbar browser in here, which I selected. The beige is the default one. If you couldn't tell, which looks like this. Oh my god, there's a bunch of ads in here. I'm sticking with Progressbar though, because it's the best one, obviously. Then moving on to Progressbar 11. Welcome to a new system, new features, interface. And that's all there is. There's also the confetti game mode, obviously. That's a thing in here where segments spawn in by themselves. You have to press around. Just like this. This is the whole gameplay. Oh my god. Oh my god. The worms. Oh my god, the worms. And then Progressbar 11.22 or Progressbar 11.22. Welcome to new system, new features, interface. Again, it's Progressbar 12, which has more. Welcome to a new system, new features, interface, anti-intelligence. That's not what it's called. It's called stupid AI. That anti-intelligence is the one. It's the thing from Bar OS. And the clock, which is this one, and also wallpapers also have it, just like this, which looks very cool. But it also has the digital clock as well from Progressbar 10, which is interesting that Progressbar 1X or 11 or 11.22 don't have one. That's interesting. Interesting that Progressbar 10 and 12 are the other ones that have it. But yeah, that's the whole thing. You could also try to do the welcome screen in here as well on Progressbar server systems, but they don't do it by default. You have to do it through the terminal over here, just like so. But oh yeah, same thing. Welcome to a new system, and that's it. Also, by the way, I forgot. If you go to Progressbar 12, if you go to Progressbar 12, look at the beginning menu. Yeah, Progress Terminal has an AI parentheses next to it because, you know, Progressbar 12's entire thing is stupid AI. It makes sense, though. It doesn't make any. Doesn't have a difference. Still the same thing. Works the same. There's no like. I don't think there actually is any AI functions in Progress Terminal. So yeah, I guess that's it. So. Oh, by the way, the redesigned settings menu. It also applies. This applies to Progressbar and Bar OS. If you go to the settings here, there's an accessibility option in here now. After so long. And yeah, there it is. It has this like Progressbar95 background in here. But yeah, you can do it. You can now change the accessibility settings in Progressbar 11 and 11.22 and 12 and Bar OS now, which is cool. There's this desaturated background, which all it does is make the wallpaper yellow. Oh my god. Whoa. That's new. I didn't expect it to make the cursor bigger as well. That's interesting. This also makes the text bigger. Like it says, enlarged fonts. I didn't expect to make the cursor bigger as well. That's funny. But yeah, this also applies to Progressbar 1X and Progressbar95 and all those systems. Like I already saw on Progressbar PE as well. Let me go take a look at Progressbar95, for example. And yeah, here's the new one, or I guess it's like slightly different version of it. I already mentioned it earlier, but yeah, here's what the old one looked like. Yeah, the arrangement of some of the settings icons were different, but yeah, that's been changed in here. I guess it's to fill up the empty space that was on the left. So also this user setting goes in here. That is if the system has a login screen or something like that. Play over here. Yeah, there we go. There's also the themes here as well. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Also, another thing that's been redesigned along with the settings menu is the in-game store, which is obviously only available on mobile. Now includes 3 categories, which are the 8-bit computers, Progressbar PE systems, and BOS. Yeah, BOS has its own section because, well, it's neither a Progressbar nor a Bar OS system, which makes sense, but you do unlock BOS through Bar OS after unlocking Bar OS 15 or Bar X, I'm pretty sure. By the way, the 2 new collectible wallpapers are right here. This is one of them. This is the Progressbar PE collectible wallpaper, which you get by unlocking a Progressbar PE system. Here it is. It's very white, with like a gray gradient at the top. So yeah, you can barely see the text at the bottom. But yeah, that's it. There's also this one, which is a bin collectible wallpaper, which you need to get it through, well, not this, but you can get it through the file copying minigame, which, as I already said, it's not this one, it's the Matrix game mode. Oh, wow, green segment. Look at that. Thanks, game. That's like the game listened to me. Wow. But yeah, it should show up in here. Okay, no. Never mind. Okay, should do it. No. No! That's not the one either. Wait. There we go. Okay, thank God. It took me so many tries. Yeah, I already talked about this on the 1.09 update video. You can go check that out on the info card at the top there. But anyways, you need the wallpap.wlp file for this one. Yeah, the readme file, whatever. That doesn't matter. That's not that important. Ah, shit. I got an orange segment. I got an orange segment. Can you give me a pink segment, please? Give me a pink segment. Oh, I missed it. Shit. Give me another pink segment that I hopefully do not miss. Oh, I missed it again. Give me another pink segment that I hopefully do not miss again. There we go. Shit! Okay, does this work still? Nope. God damn it. I have to restart the game to get it again. God damn it. Alright, I'll be right back. There we go. Alright. Anyways, to get the bin collectible wallpaper, you would have to drag this wallpap.wlp file to bin, and then, boom, there you go. There's your collectible wallpaper. Just like that. I love you. I love you too, bin. Here's your food. I don't care about the bonus. But yeah, those are the two new collectible wallpapers. I'm still keeping this one though. But yeah, there we go. It took me a while to get that. Took me longer than expected, but you know what? I still got it in the end. That's what matters. All right, let's go back. Let's go back to Progressbar P. I'm gonna get the pro badge in here. Well, the battery's going to die here, so I'll just switch to the other one. By the way, I didn't mention this earlier, but this thing is the brightness like wheel. So, you know, you can just do this, which is cool. Yeah, I can play with this all day. But yeah, just doing that won't change anything because the battery's running out. These two are on very low battery. Okay, I'm gonna try to go back to grinding on Progressbar PE again. Actually, I'll get points on the progress net later after this. I'll definitely get the pro badge on this system first because it gives me a lot of points. Probably, I hope. Okay, yeah, not a lot. Okay, I'm gonna go grind. I'm gonna go grind on the progress net. I'm gonna go grind on the progress net. Or actually, wait. Yeah, there's already. I could just do it in here. I could do it in here, but it's gonna load very slowly. So I'm gonna do it on Progressbar 12 instead. Hardware store. There's nothing to buy here. My homepage. Also, yeah, there's 65, or well, I currently have 65 right now. So yeah, let's start grinding in here. I also need to spam emails. Oh, so yeah, I need to do this. Yeah, time for the montage to come back, baby. Cue the same music again. You got mail. Alright, there we go. Alright, let's see how many points I get from that. Probably like around 10,000 or something. Oh, never mind, even more. 23,740 points. Alright, how much is that? Oh! That's not a lot, but you know what? That's still a lot. I still have to grind this. Also, where are my unexpected rewards? I haven't been getting any of those. Come on, gang, give me some of those unexpected rewards. I guess they truly are unexpected. There we go. I also got the pro badge. Hopefully I get it in time. The battery is gonna die and the backlight is gone. There we go. I got the pro badge. Come on, show me it. Yeah, there we go. Congratulations, professional special game label. I'll be screenshotting that. Thank you very much. That's still not enough to get Progressbar.pet 3.0, but at least I have pro now. And it's dead. Alright, awesome. Also, I haven't purchased the BEC Gears 2 yet. My bad. Let's do that right now. And here it is. It's pretty much the same as the other one, the other box. It's the same old unboxing that we saw 4 times already. Take this off, and there we go. Welcome to a new system. Why is the battery like that? Hello? What's going on with you? Why is the battery icon like that? But yeah, again, I have to resync all this again. Here's those hardware specs. It has a CRX CH3 166 MHz CPU, 20 megabytes of RAM, 32 megabyte ROM, and the same modem. And also, it's also the same scroll wheel that we saw with the brightness. Again, very cool. There's the backlight, which again I'll keep because I think it looks cool. Also, yeah, something happens when you collect an orange segment, obviously. So yeah, let's do that. They wait for another orange segment. I don't want a blue one. I don't want a blue one. Give me an orange one. There you go. Took you long enough. Anyways, there it is. Yeah, as you can see, it didn't synchronize the bin. There was too many errors. Also, yeah, this cable is broken. If you did okay, you can always retry again. So yeah, probably redirect you to the game modes window if you click on no. But I think it'll just show you the mini game again. So yeah, there we go, synchronized. But yeah, this is the I use the power off button to shut down the device easier. There's the computer shop. There we go. Sure, let's do this. Give me the carbon case. I don't know what the differences are between these, but I'm using the carbon case because I can. Yeah, here's the BEC Gears 2 device, as it's called. And this device looks a lot more like the NEC Mobile Pro 900C, which I also show a screenshot in here. Try to find what this device, or any of these devices, resemble the most. So, also, by the way, the Progress browser is called the PE browser. Not anything special about that, it's just a different name, so that's about it. Also, you cannot, this is the only browser you can use. Other browsers are not supported, as it says here. You can auto start if you wanted to, but I don't want to do that. You need to random download? Oh, it's not supported. Okay, never mind. But yeah, is the device fully synced yet? Hold on, let me check. Let me check. Are you? Yes, you are. Oh, I'm just doing this again. Hello? Why are you not? Are you fully charged or what? Wait on it's fully charged? It is, though. What do you mean? It's just nothing. Do I have to restart it? What? Oh, never mind. It's fully charged. It's charging again. Okay, I have to wait for it to charge in the meantime. Guess I'll just grind on here instead. I don't have the pro badge on here. Oh, there we go. There's Progressbar.pet 3.0. That was... Okay. But anyways, here it is. Progressbar.pet 3.0. Let's install it. White jump scare. Here it is. Progressbar.pet 3.0. Let's just unbox it. Here it is. Here's the PB720. I'm unboxing it with the stylus. Cable, useless driver, manual, which says the same thing. Then with the protective film and power on device. Here we are. Welcome to a new system, Progressbar.pet 3.0. The white text is blending in on the beige color on the window here. New features, interface. That's it. Here's this device. This looks really cool. It's the PB720, as it says at the top here. Here are the hardware specs. You have the CRX CH3 200 megahertz CPU, a 32 megabytes of RAM, 64 megabyte ROM, same modem. You also get the BEC Gears 3 over here, it's called, but I can't because the Computer Shop magazine doesn't show up when you install a new device. There's the boot screen, by the way. Yeah, Computer Shop .pet 3.0 edition 2002. That's also when Progressbar XP was released. Same thing with Progressbar Server 2002, according to the game. But yeah, here they are. Here's all the cases in here. But yeah, you know what? You want me to get it? I'm gonna get it right now. Let's get the BEC Gears 3 right now. Same old box, same old power block thing, useless driver, manual. Take this off, and then here we are. Welcome to a new system. That's it. This looks a lot more cooler, in my opinion. This looks awesome. Here are the specs. It has the CRX CH3 233 MHz CPU, 48 megabytes of RAM, 128 megabyte ROM, and 56 kilobit modem. Same thing. Also, the stylus changes depending on, the system and device to fit with the device's appearance here. So I'm going to BEC Gears 3 for this, just because I like the device more. Also, yeah, the cable looks different. You can barely see, you cannot see the cable in here. It's off screen. But yeah, I think the cursor being the stylus was, I think, a suggestion from someone on the subreddit. If it is, I'll put a screenshot in there. and also the person who suggested it. So, and here's Progressbar P Compact 7.0 with this device over here, looking a lot more like Progressbar 7. Also, the bin keeps changing positions after you sync it for some reason. It was on the bottom right before. But yeah, Progressbar.pet 3.0 looks more like Progressbar XP, and this system is based on Windows CE 4.0 or Windows CE.NET 4.0, because this Progressbar system is called, Progressbar.pet 3.0, and Windows CE 4.0 is also branded as Windows CE.NET. So yeah, .pet is the Progressbar equivalent of .NET. By the way, an interesting thing is that Progressbar.pet 3.0 uses the Selena theme as the default one. Meanwhile, the actual counterpart uses the classic theme. But yeah, this one uses the Selena theme as the default one. There's no classic theme. There are no themes in here. Also, yeah, the screen brightness is the only thing in here. There's no backlight. There's no motion blur or anything like that. So all that is gone. Also, the difference between Windows CE 4.0 and this system is that it keeps a circle around the logo, similar to Windows CE 1.0, 2.0, and 3.0's logo, which is interesting. Similar here with Progressbar P Compact 7.0. It also has the circle. I don't know how many points you need for them. I didn't check. I think there were like around 65,000 something points. I think I'm gonna have to grind on Progressbar P 2.0 because I already have the Pro Batch on one of the devices, which is this one. Yeah, there we go. Do you work now, or do I have to restart? No, you don't. Okay. I guess I have to restart then. Either I have to restart or I have to wait for this to fully charge on the boot menu. By the way, there's this trick that I don't know if it still works, but oh hey, look at that. If you go back in this screen and then go back to Compact PC, then it recharges very quickly. Just like that. So let's see if it works now. Oh, there we go. Thank God. Also, yeah, the clock is broken. It says 12 p.m. That's always been an issue in this game for like years. Ever since this game was released, I think. What was that hitbox? It clearly went in the progress bar. What? Where did you appear? Did I just not see you and I'm just really stupid? I could be. Actually, I am. I always am. Also, the battery icon is still stuck like that. How much? Wow, you're 100%. Wow. I found the infinite battery duration glitch. Holy shit, you guys. There are 2 red segments on the G column. I don't like that. Actually, I could just go here. What am I doing? How did I not notice that? Another instance of Vic being stupid. I heard I could just do this. I've never been using this in my entire life. That could be the most useful thing, and I'm not using it at all. People are gonna be like, Vic, what are you doing? Do you not realize you could just rotate the columns? What are you doing? Is this another instance of you being stupid? And then, boom, there we go. Progressbar PE Compact 7 with the PB840. There's another white background. The game just does that by itself, though I think that's an issue with my save file because this save file that I have right now was also on my older laptop as well. So that's why, that's probably the reason why it does that. But anyways, here we go. Progressbar PE Compact 7.0. Here's the PB840. And there's no useless driver this time. Just a power brick and the cable. Remove protective film and power on the device. You got it. Boom. Welcome to a new system. Progressbar Compact PE7. The system has 2 different names for some reason. There's Progressbar PE Compact 7.0 and Progressbar Compact PE7. I don't know. Welcome to the system. New features, interface, and that's it. Also, there's no icons for the ones that are out of sync. There's none at all. But yeah, here it is. Here's the PQ840 as it's up here, and on the My menu, right here. And the hardware specs of this device are a CRX CH4600 MHz CPU, 120 megabytes of RAM, 256 megabyte ROM, and the same modem. There's also the BEC gearbox over here, which, yeah, we'll get it, but I can't right now because the Computer Shop magazine is not there. Also uses the Progressbar 7 Server Shutdown times as well. There's the boot screen, and there's the Computer Shop magazine PE7 edition 2007. That's 2 7s. But anyways, this system is based on Windows Embedded Compact 7, which also, unlike this system, it uses the classic theme, unlike this one, which uses the Air theme, as it's called. And as for the PQ840, it looks a lot more like the iPac 100, which looks like this. And also, I forgot to mention about the PB device, the PB720 from Progressbar 3.0. This one is based on the iPac RX 1955, which looks like this. I'll just show screenshots in here. Yeah, the BEC Gears 3 device is one of my favorite ones in here. This one looks cool. There's also this other one on Progressbar PE Compact 7.0, which is the BEC gearbox, which I will get right now. So yeah, here's the BEC gearbox box, the power brick, the cable, the manual, and taking off the protective film, and then booting up the device. Boom, there we go. Welcome to a new system. The device is orange. Orange is a nice color. I like orange. But yeah, here it is. Same old thing. Yeah, the stylus is different as always. Hello, the stylus. Hello, Mark. Let me restart it so I can. There we go. There's a computer shop, and yeah, I'll just get the carbon case as well. I'll purchase all the other cases after I get the BEC device on the next system. But yeah, here it is. Here's the BEC gearbox with the hardware specs here. We have the same modem, CRX CH4 700 MHz CPU, 256 megabytes, and a 512 megabyte RAM. Here's the brightness scroll wheel thing, which is on the right side rather than being on the middle. And there's the power button on the left. So yeah, very, very cool. And also forgot, again, the BEC Gears 3. But yeah, this one, I think it's based on the NEC E616. That's the closest match that I could find. I couldn't find any other ones that look like this. So, and this BEC gearbox over here on this system, I don't know what it's based off. I tried looking and I don't know what it's based off. So I guess someone else in the comments has to do that job for me. Here's the sync cable. I don't have to skip all this. You get how it works. I'm not gonna show you this 10,000 times. And also, there's no media player on any of these systems, which Windows CE does, starting with, I think, Windows CE 4.0. So, alright, how many points do I need for the next one? Progressbar PE Compact 10. I don't know. Doesn't really tell me right now. Not a lot of the Progressbar is filled right now. Also, the My Menu or the pause icons look a lot more like handheld PCs rather than, phones. Which I think is interesting because, like, on the Steam version of the game, because it makes sense because Progressbar95 was first released on mobile, but in the Steam version, it still keeps that, like, phone My Menu icon thing. Yeah, it looks more like a phone rather than a computer, which is interesting. I don't think anyone else has noticed that. Maybe they did and just didn't bother to mention it. By the way, how much Progress data do we have right now? Let me check. I have half right now, so I guess I can buy the other cases right now. I think I have enough progress data for it anyways. So let's go get all of them. Also, the Progressbar 2 cursor is here, and it's going out of bounds of the screen. It's escaping. The cursor's escaping. There we go. That's all the cases unlocked so far, except for the one from Progressbar P Compact 10. I could just keep grinding on here at the highest level in here after all. But I think it's still at 100%. Wait. Yeah, it is. Dude, it is the infinite battery duration glitch. What the hell? Stuck like that forever. Unless I restart the game, probably. That is. Boom. There we go. I'm at level 33 right now. My god. Surely I'll have Progressbar P Compact 10 now. There we go. Also, what was that? There's a no. What was that? Anyways, Progressbar P Compact 10. PB950. And here it is. There's the last one. I've got all of them, baby. Progressbar PE Compact 10. Here it is. There's the PB950. Also 95. Progressbar95. Whoa! That's a reference. Oh my god. Yeah, there's only the manual. There's no cables or anything because why would there be? And here it is. Welcome to a new system. New features, interface. And that's it. Is the thing still carry on to... Is the infinite battery glitch still carrying on to other devices? That'd be really funny. Here it is. Here's the PQ950. Though it's called the PB950 on the box cover. Anyways, here's the hardware. And we got the CRX CH5 1GHz CPU, 1 GB of RAM, and 16 GB of ROM with the same old modem. Then there's the BEC Gears 5, which I can't get because the Computer Shop magazine is not there. There's the boot screen. There's the startup shutdown sounds. There's the Computer Shop PE10 edition 2015. Here's all the other stuff. Hopefully, you have enough progress data to get all these. And if I don't, oh shucks. I'll just get this one right now. No! God damn it! God damn it! Now I have to grind progress data. Well, fret not, because I can easily do this on a server system. Because I can grind levels faster with the custom difficulty. Watch, I'm gonna finish a level super quickly. Watch this. That was so quick, you guys. Oh shit! Oh my god! I don't have enough. I think I need like 23,000 something or whatever. Also, the memes did not carry on. Why do they get the memes bonus now? Oh, god damn it, I missed it. Okay, I think that's enough. I think I have more than 23,000 something right now. Yeah, 30,000. Alright, let's go back. Go back to Progressbar PE Compact 10 and get that BEC Gears device. Also, here's the stylus for this. And let me get that one. Also, it's called the BEC Gearbox 5. Froze there for a second. BEC Gears. Just BEC Gears. Root protective film, power on the device. Welcome to a new system. Here's the hardware specs. It has a CRX CH5 1.2 GHz CPU, 2 GB of RAM, a 32 GB RAM, and the same old modem, a 56 kilobit modem. Again, there's the Progressbar 2 cursor that also goes out of bounds. Also, yeah, there's only like brightness buttons rather than a wheel or something. So yeah, here it is. Here's Progressbar Compact PE10, Progressbar PE Compact 10, whatever it's called. Yeah, it's a syncing mini game. Also, it's called Sync with an H. Interestingly, pretty sure there's an alternative way of spelling that word, sync. Which I don't know. Anyways, this system, I think it's based on Windows Embedded Compact 2013, because this system looks a lot more like it, despite the name being, you know, PE10 rather than, I don't know, PE81 or 2081 or something like that. Yeah, Windows Embedded Compact 2013 has a more Windows 8 looking interface. Meanwhile, this one looks a lot more like Progressbar 10. That's the Noir theme as the default one, so... which is also the same thing that Progressbar Server 2011 uses. I don't know, I'm guessing this is Likewise favorite theme or something. But also, the Gearbox, the BEC Gearbox 5, I think it's called. I also don't know what it's based on. You guys have to do the job for me. I don't know. I looked everywhere. I don't know, man. This could be any phone from like the mid 2010s or before the iPhone 10 or something. But yeah, that's all the Progressbar PE systems unlocked. Finally, after like hours of grinding on these systems, I finally got all of them. After grinding for so long. But anyways, also there we go. There you are. I'm gonna get the cases later once I, get all my progress data back, because I don't have any right now. There's not much else to say. There's the calendar, here's the mailbox, here's the browser, here's P-Book. Oh my god, that's a lot of notifications, and that's a lot of comments, and I got a perfectionist, and there's a troll. My god, look at all these posts. Perfectionist, symmetry, perfectionist, catch eye, perfectionist. Yeah, oh. Okay, well, there's that. That still has not been fixed yet. This is a bug also in the beta updates of this, but I guess that wasn't fixed in this update. Probably will eventually. Also, there's no terminal on any of these systems, though. I think again, I think Windows CE also does have that as well, though I'm not sure. But anyways, that's it. Those are all the Progressbar PE systems. I have them all. I collected all of them and all the devices. Very cool. Also, it's called the BEC Gears 5 in here. Though it's called the BEC Gearbox 5 in here. Meanwhile, my menu is called BEC Gears 5. Also, by the way, the PQ950, that one, I do know what it's based on. It looks a lot more like the HP iPac 614C over here. yeah, that's pretty much it for all these devices and systems and all that stuff. I'm gonna have to grind on Pro on all of these. So, considering that the levels don't synchronize, and I have to grind on 10 different devices all to Pro. That's all that Progressbar PE has to offer. But I'm not done yet because there's still a couple more things to go. Because now we're going to be taking a look at the ProgressNet. There have been 2 new websites on the ProgressNet, and they're, as you can guess, they're both related to PB and BEC. So now we're gonna check them right now. Here you have it, PB devices. Welcome to PB devices. Progressbar PE. You have a list of all their devices over here. We got the PC modem card here as well. The PB Fighter X with all the hardware specs, and the PB650C or the 650 Colora. This thing is not loaded. What is this? Oh, it's the Progress Browser batch thing. There's this home hyperlink, which is just the website I was just in. But yeah, that's the PB website. And now, also I need to give me my Progressilla back first of all. And now we're going to the BEC, and this is what it looks like. Pretty boring. Not much to say, other than it's, you know, there's the logo, there's all the devices that they've made. BEC Gears 1 and BEC Gears 2, with all the specs. And yeah, that's about it. Give me my bonus. Also, I need to favorite these. Hold on a second. What's that? Does a little bouncing animation when you favorite these, which is cute. I like that. And also, now that the Progressbar PE system is added, there's now a Progressbar PE section in here. PE over here. We got the first and the second version over here. The text is not loaded. There we go. PE systems. Progressbar PE and Progressbar PE 2.0. So I have to call it Progressbar PE 1.0. Yeah, most websites on the ProgressNet change their appearance depending on the era. So right now, this is the first era, which is around the late 90s and the early 2000s. And now moving on to the second era, which is the early 2000s to the early 2010s. I'm going to Progressbar XP for this because it's the first one that has the second era ProgressNet thing. Over here, we go to PB. Over here, boom, here it is, our PE devices. We got the PB720 and the PB-PQ840. All their hardware specs from PB Corporation, not to be confused with Progressbar Corporation. Those two are different things. And we had the BEC website over here. Our compact computer devices, BEC Gears 3 and the BEC Gearbox, which both are in different fonts. One of them has the font that I selected on this system. Meanwhile, this one is the, like, Roboto, I think. And there's also the Progressbar website over here. Yeah, there's this image of Progressbar.pet. And there's also this, which has Progressbar.pet 3.0 and Progressbar PE Compact 7.0 or Progressbar Compact PE Center, Progressbar PE Compact 7 something. And lastly, we're moving on to the third era, which is the current one, and is around the mid-2010s to the present day. I'm gonna go with Progressbar 12, it doesn't really matter. Could go with Progressbar 10 as well, but whatever. Here's the PB website on the third era. Innovate! The PBQ 840 and the PBPQ 950. And that's it, from PB Corporation as well. And the BEC website. Mobile computing with the same old devices they made. BEC Gearbox and the PBPQ 950. That's, you didn't make that. You didn't make that, BEC. You didn't make that. It's the BEC Gearbox 5, I think. Or the BEC Gears 5, whatever it's called. So is the policy, which, you know. And lastly, there's the, you know, the Progressbar website again. Dozen reasons to have fun. The PE, which is only just Progressbar PE Compact 10 or Progressbar Compact PE 10. But yeah, that's it for those three. But there's also another thing that I'm going to talk about. And that's the PDRT Theory Forum. That's why we're going at it again. With the PDRT Theory Forum, an unofficial forum about PDRT and its secrets. There's a new popular topic going on right now, which is PB versus BEC. So if you don't know what PDRT is, it has a lot of lore. I'm not going to go through all of it. I'll probably make a separate video of that. But to summarize, PDRT stands for Progress Data Refinement Department, and they're a company in the game that makes the Progressbar systems, and has like 2 other divisions, which are Progress Industries and Progressbar Corporation. Progressbar Corporation is now the one that makes the Progressbar systems. PDRD also came out with 2 limited time events. First one was back in 2022 in the 0.92 update, and the second one was in 2024 in the 1.02 update. Both end with 2. Wow. And also, it's already saw PDRD makes pencils, apparently. But yeah, I'll make a video about it, summarizing the whole thing eventually. I don't know when, though. But yeah, there's a new popular topic going on the PDRD theory forum thing, which is PB versus BEC. As always, I'm going to be narrating these topics. And as a bunch of users talking about the things that are mentioned in the titles. Like, for example, there's Barney, there's Zone 59, they're watching us, wires, printed, Egyptian hieroglyphs, cats, lost data progression, etc., etc., etc. It's just a lot. There's a lot going on with this company. What are they doing? I don't know. But yeah, I'm going to be narrating the PB versus BEC topic. So yeah, here we go. Gary Researcher says, which Progressbar PE device would you choose, PB or BEC? Hardware Guy responds with, BEC usually has better build quality and slightly better hardware specs. Also, they like to add some gimmicks like dials and so on. Science Teacher says, I like BEC devices because of Japanese quality and some creative touches. True. And then Tinfoil Hat just turned it 5 times in and says, they're surveillance systems! They're watching you! Funny is a response to them and says, who is watching you? They! Then stupid AI bot comes in and says,
I'm here to help.
Go away!
You are totally right. I'm going away. Have a great one.
And that's it. Not really anything lore related to PDRD. It's just a silly little topic. There's some non-PDRD topics in here, like what? Then there's browsers as well, and what else is there? I think that's it. But yeah, that's the whole thing. It's pretty short. Yeah, there's like 2 people who prefer BEC because, well, yeah, obviously have better hardware. But yeah, that's I think that's it. There's not much else to talk about. I don't see any of the other PB magazine things here. There's not a PB magazine website, I'm pretty sure. Just that does not do anything. Also, I need to favorite. What the hell is going on? Hello? Are you good? Are you alright? What's going on? What's happening? Hello? What's going on? Why is it doing that? What the hell is going on? Everything is breaking. What the hell is going on? Clipping the Kaka just say nothing. I was like, great. Just suddenly broke for no reason. What the hell happened? Things broken in here as well. Oh my god. Oh my god. Things are breaking. The whole progress net is dying. It's so jober. It's so jober. Okay, let me try. It should fix it now. Okay. What was I saying? I don't remember. But yeah, BEC devices are better. That's not even competition. Also, one last thing is that on the beta updates of the 1.10 updates, whenever you get a blue screen to death, instead of purchasing CHK progress with progress data, you had to watch an ad for it. So I checked on the latest update that released on the mobile version, and it's not there anymore. Now it's gone back to spending progress data with it, so I'm guessing that wasn't supposed to be there, or that was planned to be removed or something. I'm not sure. But yeah, beta updates, you have to watch an ad to get CHK progress. Even if you had enough progress data, it still had to let you watch an ad for it. But now that's been changed. I had to purchase it with progress data again. So okay, one more thing this time before I actually end this video is that 2 of Progressbar 10's wallpapers have been slightly changed on the mobile version of the game. Now they have different fonts instead of using the Arial font that's also used on the boot screen, the logo, you know. Now it uses the same font as the one from Progressbar PE Compact 10, and the new one I think is called Acumen Pro, however you pronounce it. I don't know, but that's the new one. Although, interestingly, the widescreen versions of, you know, the ones you see on the PC version, they didn't change at all. It's the same ones. So, yeah, that's it. So, yeah, that's the end of this video. Good God. This is a big-ass update. And it's a great one. I love this update. I love Progressbar PE. It's so cool looking. The devices look very awesome. I think my favorite ones has to be, like, the PB, what was it? The ones from Progressbar.pet 3.0 and Progressbar PE Compact 7.0. Also, maybe the one from Progressbar Compact 10, the BEC Gearbox 5 thing. Those ones I really love. So, to recap, we got, well, the Progressbar PE lineup obviously is the main thing of this update, with its own unique mechanics. There's been a bunch of stuff that's been redesigned, like the welcome screens, the settings menu. That also includes the accessibility setting, and BarOS, and Progressbar 11, Progressbar 11.22 and 12. And the redesigned in-game store that's only on mobile. 2 new collectible wallpapers, a couple of ProgressNet updates, like through the 3 new websites, and 2 other smaller changes, like the Progressbar server boot menu now showing the labels, and the Pirates 1 desk color change. But yeah, overall, absolute cinema. Very awesome update. So there are some bugs here and there, but those are going to be fixed eventually, so it's not that big of a deal. But yeah, that's the 1.10 update, and that's the end of this video. Thank you for watching and listening and doing all that stuff. And as always, I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye!
Barbecue bacon burger.